Let me feel your energy, Cancer. Like in a nice deep breath as we connect in our hearts. My beautiful cosmic sibling, Cancer, welcome to this reading for Cancer, any Cancer placements, dealing with a Cancer, really whatever brought you here. You are meant to be here. So welcome. My name is Adrian Nelson. I'm a life transformation guide. I've got a real passion for helping people live their best lives. And, this reading is me really acting on that passion. So welcome. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Ooh. There is a past situation here, Cancer, which you are telling yourself here that nothing is going on. And I don't know so much if that's the truth. Where was that card in reverse? I think it was Capricorn, eh? Which is the sign just opposite you on your zodiac chart. I think it was Capricorn. Might have been Gemini. I'm not so sure now. But here is a past situation here, and you're telling yourself everything is hunky-dory. Cancer, it ain't. Okay? Now, this reading is from December 2025, that very sort of interesting period in the middle, that very, very holidays period, Christmas, New Year's, that sort of thing, Boxing Day. And then January 2026, seeing where that takes you. And this is quite interesting because stepping just into January, early in January 2026, there's a full moon in Cancer. But then there's a little bit of a debate around that sort of energy. Is it really in Cancer? So very interesting sort of like developments around that, in fact. Okay. Satiety. All right. All right. So, if you haven't yet done so, please go ahead and subscribe. I've got a video for you every week. So, strength in reverse. So, you know what, Cancer? The energy's been quite heavy on you. Even anybody with a heavy, Cancer placement, and, universe bless anybody who stayed with the people. Those lunar babies this last 15, 20 years, because, the moon was cray-cray, man. The moon was cray-cray. Okay? Cancer feels everything. There's very gentle beings, but there's also a strength about Cancer that most people they're just in outright denial of. They're like, oh, they're always so nice, and they're always so smiley, and they're so warm, and they're so approachable. And I always say a funny thing with Cancer is that everybody praises them for being so straightforward until they are straightforward with them. Can you relate? But if you are open, my beautiful Cancer, if you are open to the idea that you can become aware of what is holding you back, if you can become aware of what is limiting you, and if you can become aware of it in a gentle way, So in a way, it's almost good also that this card is in reverse, because this is Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarius energy, it can be very fiery and very spicy, and it can be maybe a little bit, much for you to deal with. But then on the other hand, maybe you are like me, who's got, something like 0.83 degrees in Cancer Sun, but then, I've got a really strong Sagittarius placement, Sagittarius rising. In that case, you want to tap into that energy, and you maybe also want to watch the reading for Sagittarius, because then that is absolutely a route that you can take. Okay? So the question here is, what is truest to you? It seems like you are on this quest, on this mission to find yourself. And this reading is about money, and it is about love. But, essentially it's about your energy, and it seems like you are getting it now. You might be falling head over heels in love. Okay? Falling head over heels in love. Sort of like in this middle of this December period. Okay? I will not make any definitive decisions just yet if I were you. Okay? I will not make any definitive decisions just yet. Not because necessarily the connection is wrong. I feel that you and this person has a lot of things to speak about. So maybe you have a past connection with each other, And it's almost like you just want to be a little bit flirty and a little bit light and just enjoying the pleasures of life without too much necessary sort of like emotional connection, so to speak. Very interesting for you, Cancer. Very interesting turn of events. I did not see that coming. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Got me intrigued now. You got me intrigued. Have you told me where in the world you are, where in the world we are connecting from? I want to know. I want to know. If this video resonates, go ahead and like the video. I'd appreciate that so much. Okay, what are your plans for 2026? What is your big dream? What is your big goal? I want to know. Let's share it with each other and grow stronger together. You are just all about the stubbornness here in December. Goodness me. Now, it's a good thing that you're enjoying yourself. I'm really, really happy to see that, Cancer. And it seems to be clean, healthy fun. But it's almost like you're turning a blind eye to turning a blind eye type of thing. And what I mean by that is that you might know that you're getting yourself into a little bit of a pickle here. But I can see that you're in a space of, I just want to have fun. And it's because you have a feeling, you have a knowing inside of you. That in that middle part of December 2025, everything changes for you. You're stepping into this whole new paradigm. You are being spiritually reborn. You are in the space where the success, the money, the career, the partner, the love, everything is just there. And so your contemplation in January is actually, what is your next step now? There's a new sense of wealth. There's a new sense of power. There is the safety, the protection, the sanctity of love here. This is very, very interesting. Okay, let's look a little deeper. Wow, how do you feel about that? If you are open to experiencing this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love connection and lots of money, if you are open to experiencing that in the most incredible way, Cancer, then go ahead, place your hand on your heart, take a breath and say yes. Distant thunder, clear the air. So we're taking one last walk down the familiar lane. Okay, I see you. I see you. It's like you're playing with fire here a little bit, but there's a sense of adventure. It's a bit touch and go, but you're managing to get away with it. So what is your sneaky, sneaky little plan? Share it with us on a public platform. Oh my goodness, how discreet is that? Staying focused, hold the course. So, 2025 was a rough year. It was the year of the snake, Cancer, it has been such a rough year for you. And, sometimes it doesn't matter how much we practice spirituality and wellness and feel-good stuff and whatever, and, we eat and supplement. Sometimes life is just hard. That is just planet Earth. And I want you to see how you've been able to make it through all of the challenges. Because next year is the year of the horse. Okay. And especially for you, Cancer, with your overall placements, the planets in relation to each other and the sun. Right? Things are looking up for you. Things are looking up for you. There is a very quick change here. There's a shift change. There's a quick shift here. And it's a very positive shift. And it's a very powerfully dynamic shift. So it's like, when you speak about overnight success, yes, it's usually years in the making. And for you, that might be the case, but you're getting that big break. It's like that big break that just changes everything. And you are ready. So put your hand on your heart, take a breath and say yes, and comment, I'm ready. Okay? It's like this whole new world is opening up in front of you here in January. Things that money opens up a world that exists around us that we're not even aware of. This is the world that is opening up for you. Okay? This is the world that is opening up for you. Money, wealth, influence, power, love, everything. And it's nice, it's clean, it's balanced, it's harmonious love. It's not a demanding sort of thing. Okay? Yep, life is bringing the two of you together. So this is quite interesting, Cancer. Oh my goodness, what is with this friskiness? Um, oh my goodness, a sudden onset of friskiness. Oh my goodness. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. But it's like you just need, it's like you just, I just want to, for once, I just want to go wild. And you're getting to go wild and get the love. Okay? So it's not one of those things where you're like, ooh, I'm so happy I found this person, but I just wanted to tick that off my box. You're getting to tick those boxes. Okay? But then when you are right done with your fun, then it's time to get back to serious business. Okay? So maybe a week or two for the most, then it's back to business. Okay? And you're getting to grow what you love. You're getting to grow your love. You're getting to grow your business. You're getting to grow your life. January is, I see you in a beautiful new home space. Very spacious, big glass, maybe like, like black aluminium or very dark brown, possibly, or I get more like black aluminium window frames, height sort of elevated, maybe like a valley vibe down below, a little, maybe some houses, possibly a town. Does it resonate with you? Okay. You are coming into your power here with the Chariot. You are coming into yourself, my beautiful Cancer. You have let the mask go. You've put in the hard work. You've let the mask go. So as you are getting here into December, you are really getting into yourself. This is so beautiful. You are you. You are in December. You are showing up as yourself. This is me. This is what I want. This is my wishes. This is my hopes. These are my desires. These are my fears. These are my vulnerabilities. These are my dreams. These are my aspirations. It's beautiful. It's like you're just showing up so fully you. This is what I want. This is what I deserve. And you're starting to create it pretty soon. Okay? You're not sort of like sitting about idly hoping. It's like, instead of making a vision board, let me sit down, let me write down a goals list, and which is also really a vision board, and let me get going. Let me get a good second opinion and get going. There's a possibility of a marriage here. Marriage, engagement, but definitely you and the one, which I actually feel that you're finding this person. Which card is this that wants to come out now? You're finding this person in December. The star energy, everything is working out for you. It's beautiful. And I feel I want to put it in the middle. So you take hold of your own power. Everything works out for you. Okay? Let's see what Mother Gaia's got to say about all of this. Crystal energy. How are you doing, my beautiful Cancer? How are you feeling about all of this? How are you feeling about this beautiful, prosperous future? Right? How do you feel about it? Does it resonate with you? How does it sit with you? Okay? Let's have a look. Clear quartz. Purification. Yeah. Everybody speaks about holding the light. Everybody speaks about being in their power and holding light for others. And these are all really, really beautiful things. I've got great respect for it. But the thing to remember, and which is just, very obvious, really, is that you cannot really hold your light. You can't hold it sufficiently until you can't actually choose it. And you can't choose it until you understand that we live in a paradoxal universe, of polarities. And that in order to be able to fully hold your light and to be able to love it and respect it and adore it and benefit from it, you have to be able to equally hold your darkness, acknowledge it, accept it, love it, because only then can you consciously choose. Otherwise, we just suppress a part of ourselves. And because you are showing up so honestly here in December, this is what I want, this is what I need, my heart is broken, I want love. It just shows up. Because it doesn't have to go through the filters of any mask. It's almost like the possibility itself doesn't have to be afraid to offend the flow of the hiding of your life. You are here, you've shown up. Your consciousness just expands. Okay? This is very fast, very positive, very beautiful growth. Boom, boom, boom. What a good time to be a Cancerian, eh? Shut the kite. Actually, this crystal looks so much more awesome in real life. You only find it in Namibia. And it's this beautiful teacher energy. It holds all this ancient knowledge, and they say it holds like the knowledge of the Khoisan, and it's so incredible. I'd really love a beautiful piece of this crystal. It is so beautiful. And you are in the space where you are balancing being the teacher, being the student, being the person who's having life, expanding life, discovering new opportunities, new possibilities. So it's a really, really beautiful flow. And if it resonates with you and you're open to it, to receive it in your highest and best interest, in the truth and perspective of the creator of all that is, then go ahead, my beautiful fellow Cancerians, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and say yes. And have you told me where you are from yet? And have you subscribed to the channel? You got the Ace of Cups. I really love this card. Divine intervention. Your soul was tired and cried out for more. Beautiful new. Because 2025 wasn't a joke on you, It has been a rough ride. And so now your soul is like, okay, now that you can be so gently holding the allness of who you are, and you're not interested in being anyone and anyone else. So, truth and identity and the self is very core themes for you here in December, as this whole cosmic unfolding plays out. You got the Four of Cups. And it says magic. You may miss out on a valuable opportunity, no harm in contemplating. So remember, things are changing very fast for you. And sometimes when things change very fast, our old fears begin to kick in. Oh my goodness, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't make it? What if I make a fool of myself? So all of those old fears may begin to kick in, which is normal. It is human. All you need to do is, you already know now already who your support can be, who your help can be, And so reach out to that person if you need it. Oh, look at this. This is one of the simplest cards, but I think, in the whole deck, but I find them to be one of the most beautiful for where you are going. It's so filled with beauty and light and hope, and a divine connection, that your heart is safe with the Queen of Wands. Superpower mode activated, serving from the heart, creating positive flow. This is where your January is going. This is what you are learning. You are learning to open your heart. You are learning to receive and to give love in the most beautiful way. Okay, very beautifully reciprocal, actually. Okay, and if you maybe think that you can maybe benefit from some, more personal approach to a reading, you can always book a personal reading. A ThetaHealing session, distance Reiki, massages in person, obviously. All those details are down below in the description. Okay, if you feel called, you can reach out. We can talk about it. But let's recap your reading for you quickly. So, you have got here, there is a lot that is happening for you, and all of it is positive, albeit maybe a little bit, I wouldn't really say overwhelming, more just tiring. Okay, suddenly there's like so many things to take care of. It's almost like it's like you win the lottery here. Okay, it's like the lottery winning sort of energy that is happening here. Everything is just happening. I had the same thing for Leo a little bit while back. It's just happening. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And so you're getting to do your little bit of a rendezvous here in December, because I see that for some of you, you've been intrigued by that and planning that. And I mean, that is good. That's human nature. Those are the things that we want. So you're getting to do that, but you're also getting to connect with your most compatible divine soulmate. Okay? Quick changes here that can happen, suddenly possibility, lots of money all of a sudden, opportunity, influence. Love brings that for you, Cancer, the true connection of love. It just zoop, takes you up into that beautiful height space of abundance, and you can just flow. And then here in January, it's like you and this person just connect, and you just start to build your life together, and you just know that it's right, and it's so beautiful. And I'm so happy to see that for you. And I look very much forward to connecting with you on the next video, so be sure to subscribe.